Hi there, my name's Abram Beezer, and I just read an article called It Is Well That Ye Are Cast Out, Alma 32 and Eden by Jenny Webb from the book Experiment Upon the Word, Reading Alma 32, published by the Neal A. Maxwell Institute for Religious Scholarship in 2014. In this piece, the author draws parallels between the account of Alma teaching the poor Zoramites in Alma 32 in the Book of Mormon and the biblical account of Adam and Eve. She says that just as Adam and Eve were cut off from the presence of God when they were forced to leave the Garden of Eden, the Zoramites also considered themselves cut off from God because they'd been expelled from the synagogues because of their poverty. Alma congratulates the Zoramites for what's happened to them, saying that because they've been humbled, they now have a chance at repentance and at salvation. The author again draws a connection between this and the fall of Adam and Eve, as Adam and Eve had to fall and be separated from God in order to progress and achieve salvation. She argues that Alma, in essence, is teaching the Zoramites the core of the plan of salvation itself. Further connections to the account of Adam and Eve are drawn, for example, in the symbols Alma uses as he teaches, such as the Tree of Life, and similarities are also noted between the angels who instructed Adam and Eve after the fall and the missionaries sent to teach the Zoramites. Something that jumped out at me as I read this article was the emphasis that the author puts on how necessary it is that we recognize our fallen state like Adam and Eve did. Before, I always looked at the story with Alma teaching the Zoramites and thought that his teachings about humility only applied to those who are just learning the gospel or to those who have departed from the path. But I'm starting to see what the author is getting at in that this pattern of recognizing our fallen state, becoming humble, repenting, and receiving mercy is a pattern as old as mankind itself. It's something constant and something cyclical that started out with Adam and Eve. And I came to realize that humbling ourselves and repenting aren't things that we need to do only when we feel like it or when we obviously have done something really bad, but they're steps that allow us to progress, that we need to do every single day as we constantly recognize our own imperfections and strive to be perfected and sanctified by the atonement of Jesus Christ. So I invite all of you to read the article. The link is down there in the description, and to check out some of the other scholarly articles on the Book of Mormon that I'm also going to link down there. Also, be sure to check out the Journal of Book of Mormon Studies, and be sure, as always, to read the Book of Mormon constantly and always strive to understand it better. So yeah, happy reading.